guys! Welcome back to the first episode of the Please Help Me, I Want to Die, Let Me Out of This Cage podcast. Yeah. Today, we have a special guest on our first episode, Ari Arnada, from the ninth grade class. Today we're going to be talking... Wait. Introduce yourself.
I'm Ari. I'm 13 years old, and I was sucked into this.
Today's topic is white nationalism.
Shut the front door.
We're going to be talking about our opinion on white people. But that's just a joke. We're going to be talking about the white nationalists that believe that the whites are only right and that
If it ain't white, it ain't right.
and that America should only be white. BNM. Okay, so white nationalism is like the belief that white people should take over and that they're better than everyone else. And some in the United States go above and beyond and they want a white ethno-state, which is literally like segregation, I guess, like to the max though. Like this city is all white and the next city is a different race but still controlled by the whites. I don't know, it's like weird, and like they want to rule the world, and there are people in America right now like that, and we're going to be talking about some reasons why that's wrong because of the Bible, because the Bible says that. And we're gonna ask her thoughts on this afterwards.
I'm not even listening.
A really almost obvious reason that like white nationalism is wrong is the way that the American people have fought for like their freedom and like their independence. Not really independence, but like their freedom. A big group was the African Americans, and like whenever they became not slaves. The white people have fought for like nothing in their lives. They've been really the oppressors, and they wanted the other people to not fight, if we're being honest.
Are you saying that because you're Hispanic?
Yeah. Anyways, we've had to fight a lot too. But I'm talking about the African Americans because they went through so much persecution. They worked so hard to have their civil rights movement in like the late 1900s, and it really takes gut and like power to do that. And there were like slurs being thrown around at them, and they were like being pushed down, but they got back up and they pushed to get their freedom back. Or not back, but like they got back up and they got their freedom. Of course, they already should have had their freedom, but the way they fought for it is just really like inspiring to everyone in the world. They had protests, they had political movements, speakers, just a lot. Something that kind of correlates to that in the Bible is when Moses was being persistent persistent to Pharaoh about letting his people go, and he obviously would not stop. He kept asking and demanding, and Pharaoh wouldn't, and he would like make things worse, and I think he like stopped the flow of like grain to them, and that didn't stop Moses at all. Just like how being called slurs and things, being persecuted against like the African Americans, they didn't stop either, and they got their civil rights movement, and they're free, and they're not persecuted against anymore. Just like how the Israelites were freed out of Egypt because of Moses never stopping. Yeah. Journey. The Bible gives us many verses on how... Unrelated to the podcast, this is a horrible way to treat your sister who has been through a rough day. This is a great example of being a horrible sister. Like, laughing at her while she's trying to film a podcast after her couch brought her whole spirit down.
I'm really sorry.
Let's all try to be less like Ari. So what are your thoughts on, like, the whole Moses situation? The Bible gives us many verses on how, like, any race over another is wrong, and I think that's also, like, a good example of how white nationalism is the worst thing in the world. Let me read a couple verses. 1 Corinthians 12:13 says, "For we are all baptized by one Spirit, so as to form one body, neither Jews nor Gentiles, slave or free, and we were all given the one Spirit to drink." The point that Mr. Apostle Paul, sir, is trying to make is that literally no matter if you're slave, if you're the slave's master, if you're a Jew or a Gentile, like I literally just read, if you're black or if you're white, sorry, that's not nice terms. If you're Hispanic, if you're African American, if you're Asian, if you're Caucasian, literally nothing matters because we were all just created by God as one to worship the one who made us. Another verse is 1 Samuel 16:7, which says, "But the Lord said to Samuel, do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." I know not everyone is a Christian, but the verse is a good thing that anyone should live by. Like, we should all be more like the Lord in this sense of being, like, not really looking at someone's appearance, someone's skin color, but looking at, like, their personality, more in their heart, what their mindset is, because that's what God does, and that's how he, like, I don't really know. Yeah. Someone's look shouldn't act like how we perceive them. It should be, like, their heart, and I think everyone should be like that. Everyone is the same. It's just their heart that's different. Did you fall asleep?
No.
Anyways, based on the scriptures and the events that I've talked about in this little episode, I strongly believe that no race should be put over another, and no one has the right to be over another, especially not, okay, I don't want to say, like, especially not, but, like, really not white people at all. They haven't really had to fight for anything like other races have. If God doesn't look at someone's color, why should we? We don't have the right to do that. We're all the exact same, and I think that if we're going to, like, persecute or, like, say someone's better than the other, it shouldn't be based off your skin color. It should be based off, like, your heart, your mindset. If you're good, if you're bad, that's what we should differentiate from each other. That's what we should, like, segregate instead of colors. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Like and subscribe and follow. Hit that follow button. Let's go!